Welcome to Access Training Lesson 12. In today's lesson, we're going to look at data in an Excel spreadsheet. So we're going to be given an Excel spreadsheet that we need to convert into a Access database. All right, we're going to look at external data menu choices. We're going to select a new data source. We're going to review the options under the new data source. We're going to select a file and then the Excel as the new data source. And then we're going to import the data from an Excel spreadsheet. So let's get started. And you're going to notice that we have a Excel spreadsheet already created. And really, it's not of good style. Okay, and what I mean by that is we have duplicate records in here. So if someone changes their address, and they have multiple loans, it may not change everywhere. Okay, it has the loans along with the address. So what we want to do is we want to take this information and we want to bring it in an Excel spreadsheet. All right, so we got a good look at what we got going on here. We have the customer ID and we have the loan number, which is right here. And usually these should be unique numbers. But the fact that we have multiple people with loans, this number is not going to be unique. All right, but the loan number is a unique number. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the Excel spreadsheet. And we're going to save it, yes. And now we're going to look at Access. And when you come in Access, you're going to be automatically clicked on the home here. All right, and we got ourselves a blank Access database. And what we want to do is we want to look at external data. And under external data, you're going to see new data source, saved export. So there's some options here, right? But the only one that's really highlighted for us are the saved imports and the saved exports and then the new data source. So let's go ahead and let's click on new data source. And you're going to see that there are different options for us. So there's from a file, which gives us Excel, an HTML document, an XML, a text file. We got from another type of database, whether it's an Access, from an SQL server. So we have some other types of databases here. And then we have an online source. And then we have other sources. Okay, so the one we're really going to concern ourselves with is creating this or importing it from a Excel spreadsheet. And we're going to click right there in the Excel spreadsheet. And it's got a nice little wizard that it's going to walk us through. And that's what's nice about Access, is because we do have wizards that will walk us through where we need to go. Now, here again, the source on this, and we got to find our source by browsing. And we're going to come here to our F drive or Excel lesson 12. And there's our... All right, so we picked our source to where our file's at, and we're going to tell it OK. And we always tell this open. All right, and what it's going to do is it's going to let us look at our data before we import it. And notice by default here, it says rows contains column headings. If I took that off, if I unselected that, you can see now the column headings is now part of the import, making it not creating a title for the column. All right. So here again, so we select that, we get our column headings. We got our record. So we're just going to go scroll by and see if everything. And here again, importing from Excel is a nice feature in Microsoft because it is used to breaking up your information. So what we're going to do next is we're going to click on Next. and it's going to let us pick fields. So there's customer ID, the type is double. I can change this to be string. Alright, or I'm sorry, text. Sorry. So we can go with short text. Alright, first name should be text, so I'm going to click on it. Okay, last name should be text. City should be text. Street text. Zip text, so we'll change that to text. Okay, phone number should be text. Yep. Email address text. We'll keep scrolling. Alright. This should be a date. And we don't want date with, that's our only option, so we're going to go date. The next one should be a text. Next one is text. And then text, right? And then we got, this should be currency. And then the last one is a date. So here again, we went through, made sure everything was the type of input that we wanted, the type of value. So we're going to go next. Alright, so here again, it's going to say let access add a primary key. We don't want to do that. We want to choose my own primary key. Now here again, customer ID would be a good one, but we're going to go with loan number or loan ID because that is a unique field. Alright, or I could go with no primary key, so that's also the option. So maybe we'll go with the no primary key, and then we'll hit next. And then this is where we call it. So we're going to call this loan table, and we're going to hit finish. Okay. Now, do we want to save the import steps? No, because we're not going to. But if we were importing this every day, like a new one, then we might want to save that. So we're going to hit close. Okay. And then here's our loan table. Okay. So all the records have been imported. And here is the import errors. And it said it had problems converting birth date. So let's go back and look at birth date real quick. And it's alright. It did miss one. So we'll just have to look at our Excel spreadsheet and edit that one. Now here again, here's our export. So after we import, we now have options to export as PDF, another access, a word merge, an Excel. So this brings us into the fact that we've got our data in here, but it's not the way we want. So our next video is going to show us how to convert the information in a way that it's going to work for us the best way.